Hey, what is up, you guys, and welcome back to It's Magical Pandacorn. In today's video, I'll be showing you guys the fastest way to earn candy in Overlook Bay 2. So, you guys, before we get started, make sure to hit the subscribe button, leave a like on today's video, and turn on that notification bell so you won't miss out on any awesome videos. Alright, guys, so let's go ahead and get started. So the Halloween event is officially out in Overlook Bay, and I thought, you know what, it would be really fun to make a video on my grinding tips and the best way to earn candy in Overlook Bay too. So let's go ahead and get started. So my first tip is to do all the quests in Overlook Bay 2. So currently this is during week 1, and there are 4 quests to complete. I already completed all the quests, but if you guys do still need to complete some quests and need some help, I did make a video on it yesterday, and you guys can go ahead and check it out. I'll leave a link down in the description below. Alright, but basically the quest, only 2 of them are kind of difficult. The first one is basically, I think, to earn like 500 candy. The second one is to find 10 cauldrons around the map, which actually aren't that hidden away. The third one is to collect about 1,000 candy. Alright, so that person want to trade with me. I'm not currently trading right now, but so basically I would just recommend completing all the quests. I think the third quest is to collect like 1,000 candies, which doesn't have to be like after you get the quest. It could just be like totally just pay 1,000 candy to the witch. And then the last one is probably the hardest, and it's to collect 50 apples around the map. And I did kind of explain more about that in that video, so I do recommend checking that out. Basically, there's 50 apples hitting all around Overlook Bay, and some are actually pretty difficult to find, so definitely recommend taking some time on that one because it will take a long time. Alright, and also once you complete all the quests, you do get all of these items, but you guys can also purchase this item again. So if you guys want more of these wizard teddies and stuff, you guys can purchase it with candy. So if you guys want more of these items, I would definitely recommend buying these. This one you can't because it's Halloween Quest Part 2. But if you guys want more bats or more of the teddies, then I definitely recommend earning more candy. So this video will help out a lot. Okay, my next tip is to go trick-or-treating, since trick-or-treating, besides the quest, is the only way in Overlook Bay 2 to earn candy. So, there's a little secret to trick-or-treating, but first, I'm just going to go ahead and show you guys trick-or-treating in a public server. Alright, there we go. So I'm just going to go over to this person's house, and I'm just going to press trick-or-treat. Alright, there we go. So let's go ahead and see. We have to wait for the person to come out, and they're like, here's some candy, and then I get some candy, right? Alright, and I have the best, I think I have the best basket here, so I do get the maximum amount of candy. But let's go and see. Trick-or-treat. Alright, there you go. I think the most you can get per house with this bucket is 16. But let's go ahead and see. Alright, how did I get? I got 13. Alright. But just think about how long it takes for the person to come out. In private servers, all the buckets will look like this. I can basically just collect it like that, and then that's all I can do. So that's basically a lot faster. For trick-or-treating, I would definitely recommend doing it in a private server because all the houses besides yours looks like this, and then you guys can just zoom by and collect candy instead of having to ring the doorbells, which is really annoying after a while. And just private servers are a lot faster. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how fast I can do this grinding routine in a private server. Okay guys, so now I'm in a private server with just me in it, so there's no one else in the server. And now I'm going to go ahead and head outside my house, and let me just go ahead and show you guys how fast this is. So basically, all the plots are empty because no other players are in the server. So basically, I can just go by and press E, and then I just get the candy. So this is a lot faster than having to ring the doorbell, since the doorbell takes a long time. Alright, there we go. Let me just do that. Make sure you don't plot your house in the wrong spot. But just do that, and look at just how fast this is. You guys can just press E and then keep moving on. And then you guys can just basically make a whole circle around the map. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys this. And the candy baskets are reset every 5 minutes. So you guys can do this pretty frequently. I would recommend taking out a pet. I can take out my Midnight Unicorn, which is currently the pet that I'm aging up, to maybe make a Radiant when that does come out. But there we go. So I would recommend just taking out a pet, having fun in Overlook Bay, and just basically doing this routine over and over because you'll end up getting a lot of candy really fast. So, and private servers are free in Overlook Bay 2 now, so definitely would recommend in a private server since it's a win-win situation. You guys can get more candy, and you also have more. It also saves time. It also saves a lot of time, so definitely recommend doing this in a private server. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and go around the whole city. So I basically go down the hill, go down this path, then I kind of cut through the shortcut over here, and then I go to a few of these plots over here. There's not as many here, but you guys can just collect it. There we go. I think the least I can get with this pail is 11 candy, so that's pretty cool. And then over here, there's a couple more house plots. I think there's 2 more over here. And then I think up that hill by the construction site, there is also a couple more house plots. And I think that's basically it. There's also a few right here. Alright, there we go. Oopsies, I would not like to plot my house here. Make sure you don't plot your house there by accident. And then I guess I can go up this tiny hill here, and I think there's like 3 houses up here. Alright, boom, let me just get this candy right here. More candy and more candy. And lastly, there are just a few plots like right here next to the park, and I think that's like most or all of the plots that I know of. There might be like a couple extra ones, but I think this is most of the plots. So this is pretty efficient here. I'll just kind of go in a circle, do this, get this one, and then I think that's pretty efficient to getting a lot of candy. Okay, guys, so my next tip is to grind every day. Basically, if you guys like wait to the last minute and then start candy grinding, it will be very annoying. It will also be very time consuming, and it'll probably get frustrating after a while because you're just like kind of doing the same thing over and over and over, and you're kind of in a rush to get all the items. So this event only lasts for 2 weeks. So I basically started on day one. Like once the event came out, I basically just started grinding. I know I don't have a lot. I haven't grinded like that much, but I did do something like every day. So I earned like 1,000 every day. So that was pretty good. I feel like I also spent 1,000 for the witch thing. So I think you definitely do earn like a lot of candy if you just play every day. Maybe you can set like a goal for every day. My goal is probably gonna be like more than 1,000, maybe like close to 2,000 or 3,000, just because I do want to get some more candy to make even more videos for you guys. Okay, my last tip is to spend your candy wisely because this can be kind of difficult sometimes if you like really want an item. But I would recommend like kind of like looking at the items. Like the skateboard here, you probably don't need that many. The most you would probably want is like two, one to keep and one for trade. But really like this buggy here or this pumpkin buggy, I don't think anyone's gonna really want to trade for it because everyone can just get it from doing the quest. So I wouldn't recommend buying that. On the other hand, stuff I would recommend buying is like the wizard teddy, since this is a really cute pet and it's a pet. You know, like anything that's a pet is obviously like worth a lot more because pets are just like the most valuable thing in the game. So I definitely recommend like buying a couple more of these, at least 4 to be able to make like a radiant. In Overlook Bay 1, it was like Rainbow Shed requires 4, so I'm guessing it might require 4, but I'm not exactly sure on that. And I would recommend also buying this bat pet over here. This pet I think is like only uncommon. Yes, it's only uncommon, but this is definitely gonna be like more valuable if you convert it into Radiant. And these Halloween pets are limited, so they're only here for 2 weeks. So any pet, even if it's like a common, will be worth a lot more probably by like next year. Especially since this is the first ever event of Overlook Bay 2. So getting any items, any limited items will be really helpful. Also, let me just go ahead and show you guys up here by the shop. I would really recommend buying a lot of pet pods and not opening them, just because pet pods that are not open eventually, maybe like next year or something, or a few years down from now, will have a lot more value because people like who didn't play the game during this time, it's like more satisfying to actually open the pet pods, so, you know. But yeah, I would definitely recommend buying some extra ones and also opening some as well, just to have some fun. And then lastly, the event shop stuff I would recommend not buying is kind of like the pet XP food, since this is like really unworth it. You don't want to spend 2,000 candy just for 300 pet XP. Just doesn't quite make sense. I would recommend buying like a gizmo like the pails because this helps you earn more candy. So let's spend your gems to earn more candy. Obviously, that's just my opinion. That's what I did. I bought the graveyard pail, but you guys can decide which one you want. You don't have to buy this one, but if you're gonna buy one, I would recommend buying either this one, the poison apple, or the graveyard pail, because these kind of just don't make that much sense. And lastly, for the vehicles, I would recommend getting at least one of every vehicle because, you know, it's collectibles. You guys can get it for your collection. I'm trying to get every item in the game anyway, even if that's not your goal. I would recommend getting at least the vehicles you like, you know, at least the like the cool ones, like the personal ones, like the wizard, like the witch's cauldron. That's really nice. There's divine too, so that's really awesome. I would recommend getting like the autumn bike because it is a personal vehicle, and even like the harvest scooter. I would recommend if you have enough candies getting all of these. I mean, obviously prioritize the pets, but if you have enough, I recommend getting at least one of every single vehicle. Alright, finally, if you really don't have time to grind candy because of schoolwork or whatever, you guys can buy this 2 times candy game pass. Personally, I'm not gonna buy since I feel like, you know, overall I do have enough time and I just don't feel like 500 Robux is really worth it just for 2 weeks of earning double the candy. Like maybe if the event was like a month and it came out like in the beginning of October, it might be more worth it. But for me personally, I'm not gonna buy this. But it will be worth it if you like grind a lot, like every day or stuff, or if you're like really busy, you don't have much time, and you want to earn the maximum amount of candy, then I would recommend buying this game pass. Alright guys, so that's basically all my tips for earning candy fast in Overlook Bay. Basically the main one is just completing all the quests and trick-or-treating in private servers, you guys. Like private servers is the key thing for this, you guys. Like it's free and you earn candy like 10 times faster. So I would definitely recommend doing those things the most. And yeah, I hope these tips have helped you out and I hope that you guys earn more candy even faster. Thank you guys all so much for watching today's video. If you guys did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, turn on those post notifications. Also, don't forget to follow me on Roblox to join my games. Thank you guys all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys all next time. Bye!